People keep saying katana builds in Cyberpunk 2077 aren't what they used to be. That after all the updates they got weaker, slower, and just not worth building anymore. So I wanted to test that for myself. I reset everything, built what might be the deadliest katana setup in the game, and took it straight into Night City to see one thing. Is this actually the best katana build in Cyberpunk 2077? For this challenge, I will be creating a katana build from scratch, meaning I reset all of my attributes, all of my perks, all of my weapons, and everything. And I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step guide on how to make yourself the best katana build in 2077. Let's get right into it. Firstly, we have the character. Now for this build, I brought my body to level 5, maxed out reflexes, technical ability, and cool, and brought a little bit into intelligence. For reflexes, I maxed out the second and third line, second line being completely on evasive and movement, which really helps in katana builds more than you think actually, and the third one which is all about katana use. This will be in slaughterhouse, which all attacks, counterattacks, and deflected bullets apply bleeding, and things like this which give you finishers and make it so it's less stamina cost, and even just make it so you can actually ricochet bullets off of the katana. Then for technical ability, we went with mostly the second line, just because all of this will improve your cyberware, give you more cyber capacity, and also unlocks you the Edge Runner perk. This means I can now go further into my cyberware capacity in exchange for health. Then for cool, I only went with the middle one because this is mostly stealth movement as well as just being able to move quicker without being caught. Now, of course, this is going to come to personal preference, but me personally, I'm not too much of a fan of knife. And here's why. If a knife, you end up missing a knife, now knives don't do so much damage, so they only work if you're silent and are able to kill them in one headshot. But when you're getting shot at, that's a lot harder to do, so I prefer sticking with pistols. Then for body, we just maxed out the basics for health regen and left intelligence completely empty. Secondly is cyberware. Now cyberware is extremely important considering the fact that it's basically the main aspect of Cyberpunk 2077. Now of course most of these cyberwares completely rely on your strength, your skills, and the way you want to play the game. But some basics I do think everyone needs to have is things like dense mirror, which gives you 27% melee damage plus 20% melee stamina cost. And of course armor, considering the fact that you are going to be really up close and personal when attacking. Things like the stabber, which gives you critical chance, and things like the adrenaline converter, which gives you plus movement speed for 7 seconds when entering combat, really help. Also things like double jump, which I mean, do I even need to explain why it's overpowered? Most of these you can just do on your preferences. Things like adrenaline booster and micromotors all help melee damage, so I definitely picked those. And things like the proxy shield, with the closer an enemy is, the less damage they deal to you, which is extremely strong considering the fact that in order to use katanas you have to be up close. Then for the face, I don't think eyes matter too much, but I went with the Kuryoshi, the Oracle Optics, because it highlights enemies and I can just easily tag them on my deck. Then for my operating system, now this is the important part, I went with a Sendevistan, the Militech Apogee Sendevistan specifically. Now I think by far this might be the best Sendevistan in the game right now. It, when active, slows time by 85%, gives 17% headshot damage, 17% critical chance, and 17% critical damage, as well as neutralizing an enemy when active gives you 10% extended duration and 22% stamina. Now its duration isn't as high as one of the other ones, but considering the fact that killing somebody will give you an extended duration, I think this is the best Sendevistan for this build. Next up are the weapons. Now of course, considering the fact that we have a katana build, we're gonna have to use a katana. The best one of the game being the Bayako, tier 5 plus ionic with attack speed of 2.1, a damage per hit of 133, and a stamina cost of 6.4, as well as extra boosts such as 25% armor penetration and 30% bleeding chance. Now the way you can acquire the Bayako is by finishing all of Wakako's questline, which means you have to finish every single one of her gigs. And after you finish them all, she will deliver this to your Dropbox back at your apartment, and you will be able to use the tier 5 plus katana. Now, for the second weapons, it's mostly up to preference, but I really think a good idea is to have some sort of a stealth weapon, my favorite being Pride. Now the Pride is Rogue's Pistol, and the way you can get Rogue's Pistol is playing one of the endings, specifically the ones where you team up with Rogue. After Rogue dies, you're given a chance where you can actually go back and pick her weapon up. It's important you do so, considering the fact that her weapon is actually really good, with an attack speed of 3.3, a damage of 81, a reload speed of 0.9, an effective range of 42, and weapon handling of 7.2, as well as extra add-ons such as 150% headshot damage multiplier, a 10% critical chance, and 100% critical damage. Now on top of this, I've also added 2 attachments. Now these are completely dependent on you, but I added this one as a scope and a tier 4 silencer. Now of course I would pick a better one, but I don't really have one, so we basically just went with whatever one works for me. Now your second weapon, it's completely reliant on you. You could use a sniper, or you could use like an actual like strong weapon just in case you have to go against heavy enemies, but for me, I'm gonna leave this one completely empty. Okay guys, we have completed so far what I think is the strongest katana build you can do. We've gotten all the cyberware upgraded as much as we could, as well as picking our katana and our silent weapon, and upgraded our character to its max potential. Now I'm gonna show you guys bursts of clips of me going against a bunch of enemies just to showcase how strong the katana build really is. Let's get into it. Guys, that concludes my version of the best katana build in Cyberpunk 2077, or at least what I could achieve. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below what my next video should be about. Peace out.